We don't want any oxygen in that barrel. Stop the vent means that it's acting like a closed piston. Again, just to remove any debris from the previous shot, make sure there's nothing in there that's going to reignite the next round we put in there. It's clear. Wet sponge, again, making sure that anything in there is in fact extinguished, and therefore we're not going to end up with a touch-off. Dry sponge, after all, gunpowder and water is not a good mix. Gunpowder does not work well when it's wet. The round is advanced, brought forward and placed in the muzzle of the weapon, and it's rammed home. Now here's the difference. Again, we're going to prick a hole in the charge, but this time we're not messing about with matches. We've not had to have somebody there with a fuse. We're going to put an ignition primer in there. It's like a small copper tube with a pin on the top, if you like, a very thin, very small. It's about the size of about 2-inch biro. You stick it in the hole, pull the primer, it goes off, ignites the pipe, ignites the gunpowder. It's clean, it's efficient, it works in the rain. We don't have to have somebody stood there with a match. So they're just pricking and priming at the moment.
Ready!
Arms up, saying it's ready.
Fire!
And bang. Now this time I'm just going to ask him to give the command to actually load, and because he's given that command they'll do it automatically and fire again. Now America has got a lot of innovations from the European wars, from the Napoleon wars. They hadn't improved the cannon, they didn't need to. They had improved the ammunition. They had solid shot, which was great. You can knock holes in things like ships, in walls, in defences. But against a rank of infantrymen, it just bounces through them and takes a couple out. Somebody said, hang on, what if you make the shell hollow, put a fuse in it, fire it, and it explodes above them, scattering them with the remnants of the shell case. And an Englishman, a lieutenant called Harvey Shrapnel, said, hang on, why don't you sling some musket balls in there? So we get the term shrapnel from that. So we have now these new types of ammunition.